Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Yaar podcast. You guys might have forgotten us. We haven't been around for a while, but now we're back and ready to roll with the PSL 9 season. Super excited. First game today, Islamabad United versus Lahore Qalandars. Really happy Lahore Qalandars lost the first game. And I have Zain with me
Wait,
here,
hold
and I
on.
have
Why
Usman with
why
me
are
here.
we happy that Lahore why
I'm a
is that?
Karachi boy, bro. I'm a Karachi boy.
Need to what? You're speaking for the podcast now? Ye
No,
kya
I'm
hai?
speaking. I'm speaking for myself. I'm speaking for myself.
Okay, okay.
How are you
I
guys
heard
doing today?
we are all very happy that Lahore lost today. So
I
खैर
liked
हो गई
I
कोई बात
liked
नहीं.
Lahore, but after Shaheen Shah Afridi's antics and how crap he's playing at Haris Rauf and how crap he's playing at Abdullah Shafiq at number 4, I have shifted to
yeah,
I'm actually kind of a bandwagoner. Islamabad won today, so I'm like, whoa! And then tomorrow somebody else might win, so I'll change my stand. But I'm a Zalmi fan from day one. I'll be very honest. Continue.
मुझे तुम ये बताओ तुम्हें शाहीन से क्या मसला है? You ever since he
I don't
became
like him.
captain, you have been shitting on him nonstop.
No, no, I just don't. I don't know. Okay, let me say something. When Surfer Oz was captain, if let's say, they were like, we're taking it away from Surfer Oz and giving it to like, somebody on a different level, right? Like, let's think about that. He had his 4 years, he did really well. His performance started dropping. But Bobber still plays really well. I don't think anyone in the team would be like, we want this, you know? But I feel like Shaheen, up until his whole becoming captain, he had like a agenda of I want to be captain. And he saw some success in Lahore Qalandars, and I think that's what shaped
Wait, hold
him.
on. So before you go on, what did he do that made you think that he had an
I
agenda?
just remember Asia Cup. They're like, oh, Bobber said some players played well and some didn't, and Shaheen and him had to do a little thing. I don't think that. I don't know if that's
यार
real or
तुम
not.
ये वही
I don't know if
जर्नलिस्ट
that's
वाली
real.
बातें कर रहा है जो ट्विटर पे आती हैं ये दिस इज
No, I
ऑल
don't know if that's
bullshit.
real or not. But his attitude, man, since then has been
guys,
very
guys, guys. We have Shoaib Judd on our podcast. This
Yeah,
guy's is Zain.
no.
This
Shoaib
is
Shoaib Zanjat.
this is pretty sad. But in reality, the reason why I'm not supporting Lahore and I'm happy they lost today is they won back to back, which is good. It's a good huge achievement. But it feels like ever since they won the second title, they've just have been acting like they're walking on water, which is pretty sad to see. And
Wow.
Shaheen
Back
Afridi
back to back
became
championships
captain
will
because
do
of
that,
that.
right?
Yeah, but like it's only PSL, right? And we don't have the greatest foreign players playing for us, playing in our PSL. And especially when your
Brassy.
performances in international are horrible, right? Like Shaheen Afridi's been really, really bad for the past year and a
Yeah.
half. Haris Rauf, I don't know what he's up to. But let me quickly go over the scorecard first, and then we'll get into more details. Um, Lahore Qalandar batted first. They lost the toss. United won the toss and elected to bowl first. Uh, Rassi Vander Dusen 71 of 41 and Saibzada Farhan 57 of 36. And the pick of the bowlers for Islamabad were Taimul Mills 4 overs 2 for 45 and Shadab 4 overs 1 for 24. Nasim Shah 4 overs 1 for 36 on his comeback game. Islamabad United chased the total down in only 18.2 overs. They scored
Woo!
200 for 2. And the pick of the bowlers, batsman, sorry, my guy, Shadab Khan, 74 of 41. And
You know
Agha
why
Salman with a great, great
I'm gonna
inning,
cut you
64
off
of
here.
31. Let me finish the scorecard. Sorry,
No,
let me
I
finish the
wanted to
scorecard.
say
Let him
something.
finish.
Okay, go
Let him
ahead, go ahead.
finish.
Okay, okay, go ahead.
Bowlers, Salman Fayaz, 2.2 overs, 1 for 23. Saman Khan, 3 overs, 1 for 33. Shaheen didn't get any wickets, but I just want to talk about him anyway. 4 overs, none for 31. And our best bowler, Haris Rauf, 3 overs, none for 38. Go on, Usman.
Our best bowler. I just wanted to say your favorite phrase as you were mentioning the Islamabad batting there. The reason Islamabad won today, Shadi can bat, right? Uh,
Hey, my guy. So happy. So happy.
that's your dude. That's your dude.
To be fair though, he got dropped twice. But he took his chances though, which is
Dude,
which is
that's
good to
sick
see.
though. But he was
Game.
playing really well. He was playing
Yeah.
really well. He was fearless. Like he wasn't worried. He was playing. He was taking the shots, taking the risks. I thought it was really, really good. But it pisses me off a little bit. I'm gonna go back to being negative. It pisses me off. Like you've been playing like trash the last year, and now PSL is here, and now and maybe you've had some time off. But I'm hoping this he continues this run through PSL and into the World Cup and for the next 10 years. So Shaddy can
He's
bat.
he's
10 years.
Shaddy's
Okay,
he's
buddy.
one of our
Okay.
he's one of our most important players, to be honest. Like
100%. Yeah.
because
Yeah, I
not
mean,
just bowling, not just spin bowling, he also brings a lot with the bat to the team.
Mhm.
We as it is, we don't even have a lot of bowlers, spinners in form right now. So he's really
yeah.
important right
I
now
mean,
for
we
us.
said that about the ODI World Cup too, right? We were like, oh, Shadab's going to be super important if he can get his act together. And he never got his act together in the entire tournament. So here's
Really?
hoping
Yeah.
that he can do that in his best format. T20
Yeah.
is his thing. And, coming up into the World Cup, you hope that he's going to perform well because you're right. He's a super important player for this team. So, but
How wild is it that like one player might lose form? Like let's say it was just like Hottest Rolf that lost form, but it's like the whole team lost form except for Iftikhar and bowling, right? Like the whole team lost
oh
form, man.
man, we were
Yeah.
away for a month, and I thought you'd be over your man
No,
crush
I'm over
for
it, man.
Italy there,
I'm
but
over it.
I guess you're
Yeah,
over it.
he.
Okay.
Oh yeah, man. Especially after the New Zealand T20s. I mean,
I mean, that's
anyways.
one series though. But okay, so I want to. Ramiz, I think follows the PSL the closest. So tell me what the quality of foreign players is looking like. Because I'm looking like the Colin Monroe doesn't play international anymore. Alex Hales is out of the
Yeah.
England team. Like who? Like what?
But Alex
Come
Hales has retired from the England team to play uh,
Leagues.
leagues, so he's still a
Yeah, but that
top quality player.
yeah, but
yeah,
no,
he
but
is.
I'm
He's a really good player. But that's what I meant when I said in the beginning, right? When I said, yeah, they won back to back, but it's only PSL. The best players in the league are still the Pakistani players, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, there are few players like Alex Hales. He's one of my favorite players. Uh, Pretty consistent in T20s. He scored a lot of runs in T20s. Other than that, we don't have a lot because most of the players, the top players, they either just played ILT 20 or they just played SA 20, and a lot of the other guys are on international duty, like Sri Lanka's playing right now. Hasaranga had to back out. Afghanistan's playing. Rashid Khan backed out. So a lot of the top
And
guys eventually end up backing out.
even Rassi Vanderdusen and Tabriz Shamsi, he's playing as well. They're gonna only play like half of it,
Yeah, they're only going to play
right?
half the
so
PSL.
So
who do you guys think is the best international player on all teams combined that we have
All
in this
teams
league?
combined.
I think the one that
Uh,
has the most international prowess along with skill is Rassi.
Rassi's a big name.
my
I think that's a good one. Yeah.
And Tamal
my
But
favorite is
Mills is
Alex
actually
Hills.
big too. But no, so what I mean is like he plays for his country, he plays international, like all of that. And I think like I guess is Tamal Mills still part of like the England T20 team? No, yeah. So I'd say
Barely.
like these and then Reese Topley, he's another one. He got injured. He's been doing really well.
Yeah,
For Multan last time, right? And
yeah, I think so.
he played really well too. So I think that because Islamabad and Lahore both have their like good players, but like Karachi, their foreign players are all that none of them are anywhere close. Um,
James Vince has been playing since I think the first PSL, if I'm not wrong, and he's been pretty consistent for Karachi as
yeah,
well.
he's always been a part of
Um,
it.
and
yeah,
Riley
and
Rousseau's good too, but again, no international presence, right? It's all
yeah,
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
what I mean, right? You have to wonder, like, I'm looking at this more from like I don't have a dog in the fight here. I don't support any specific team. I'm just looking at it like, how can this, you know, benefit Pakistan and the quality of the league as a whole, and that kind of thing. And you hope that we were able to attract players. Like I'm looking at the game tomorrow, Zalmi against Quetta, right? And like Jason Roy is in here, which is good. That's a pretty big name. Other than that, I don't see any um,
Yeah, there's no big
big
name.
names from the international side.
yeah.
Like I don't like who's Dan Moosley. I don't know who this guy is. Uh, England
No
all
idea. Will Smith is there. He's
Oh,
decent. Rahman
uh,
Powell is there. It shows Ngidi as well, but I don't think he's playing for. I think he had to back out as
who's
well.
the last guy you said?
Lungi Ngidi.
Oh yeah, Lunga had to back out as well.
Yeah, he had to back out as well.
Uh,
So
What's so funny?
so it's really hard for us to
because
even
I
get international
I
players.
knew that you were gonna say something stupid about his lungi
I
name.
just said
Yeah,
I
that's so
just
yeah,
saw it
funny.
coming.
yeah.
You're so predictable. Yeah, so I'm looking at like Riley Rousseau, Jason Roy, Sherfain Rutherford is a good player. And that's really it. Will Smead, yeah, I guess, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
But yeah, so I don't even think it's to attract players. I don't think it's an issue about the quality of the players. It's more about how much they would get paid to play in PSL. Um, you play in ILT 20, you play SA 20, you play IPL. These leagues pay you big bucks, right? ILT 20 final was today as well. Um, a lot of the guys were playing there, and then they have to go to international duty. So I don't. Yeah, it's just PSL is just fun because it's our cricket. That's why I just followed very closely. Other than that, the quality is not the greatest. Let's be honest. And bowling is good
Yeah,
because we have some
yeah.
some really good bowlers, but that's about it.
How was I watched like the first 5 overs of the first innings today, and then I had to go. How was the pitch? What did you guys think?
The
Well, it
pitch
was a
was really
200.
flat.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
200 level pitch, right?
Are
And
they made just like roads? Just like get as many runs, nothing for the bowlers?
yeah. PSL is typically very high scoring. Most games go over 180. Most
remember,
games.
remember Rawalpindi last year, dude? It's like
I think there was a
250.
Yeah,
game
I remember
where
some of those
where
games.
They just
I
broke
think
record upon record upon record over like
yeah,
5 days.
I can remember who someone chased like 242. I was like, what the hell's going on here, man? I think Islamabad batted first, and then I think Multan might have chased it. I was really
I
surprised.
still remember there was that one guy. I think his name's like Usman Khan or something like that, and he was just swinging his bat and he was like killing it, and
Yeah, he
he
scored a
scored like
hundred, I think, right?
yeah, he went
Yeah, I
nuts.
remember that.
Yeah,
He
those
so
games
I
should
think
not count.
that's what I'm saying, right? So and I'm trying to tie this into like I constantly am thinking about like the World Cup coming up. We don't know what those pitches are going to be like, especially in the States because those are brand new stadiums. I think I read somewhere. I think Ramiz, you sent that article about drop-in pitches, right? So,
Drop in pitches from
um,
Australia.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
yeah, yeah, that's actually dope. I think that's going to be good.
It's actually really hilarious because Ramiz Raja is trying so hard to get those pitches in, and now ICC is going
You,
to take all the praise away from him. It's pretty funny.
USA Cricket with very minimal funding is going to get drop-in pitches from Australia. This is awesome.
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
at the scorecard. Obad Shah bowled only 1 over today.
Yeah, I was
What
gonna go
happened
to get
there?
back to the game. So first off, Fucker Zaman batted opened the inning.
Yo, don't read
Fucker
his
being
stats,
Fucker,
man.
13 runs of 13 balls. That's all I'm gonna leave it at. Naseem Shah, he started off really well. I think he conceded 6 runs in the first over. Out of which Azam Khan let 4 boys go through. I actually have a new name for Azam Khan. It's called Bablu. I call him Bablu now. Bablu let 4 buys go through
Yeah,
as
I saw that
expected.
delivery and I was thinking about like, I think most keepers would have caught that.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
He barely moved and it wasn't that big of a wide. I think he should have got that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
yeah,
go
other
ahead.
than that, there's not much to talk about with Naseem Shah. It's just his first game back from his injury. He bowled just as good as any other bowler in the game. Um, 4 overs, 1 for 36. Not much to talk about there. The next up I did have is Obaid Shah. He only bowled 1 over. I think it's too soon to even bring him in. Um,
I was
he
thinking
should.
you bring in Hunan too, man,
Yeah.
just for the
I mean, might as well
publicity.
if you're just bringing the
उसको
brothers.
भी
Yeah,
इस्लामाबाद में डाल दो तीनों से बस बॉलिंग करो सारे
yeah,
तीन
उन
तीन
भाइयों
ती,
से ही
वो भी है
बॉलिंग करा दो
इस्लामाबाद में तीनों इस्लामाबाद में
yeah
yeah.
so there you go
Yeah, Hunen's
um
there too, but they obviously didn't play him. He only bowled 1 over. He got hit for 15, and then he just never got to bowl again. I don't know how that's gonna work out for his confidence.
Let's talk about
But yeah,
Sahibzada Farhan. I think he played pretty well, eh? And I think it was good that
yeah,
they like he got to play that like he got to open, he got to like it's good for his confidence after being in New Zealand and playing at what like 6 or something, 5. How
yeah.
many openers were in that
yeah
team? Do you guys remember in the 2010s when there was a time we couldn't find a fucking opener to save our lives?
yeah
And now,
अब सारे ओपनर ही 8 नंबर तक ओपनर ही खेल रहे होते हैं
yeah.
uh, yeah but on that point I wanted to ask you guys I left after Fakhar Zaman got out uh
Well, you just
Abdullah
cried
Shafiq at
yourself.
yeah I was just like Fakhar is out I'm leaving um Abdullah Shafiq batted at 4. What do you guys think of that? And should he be swapping spots with Fakhar Zaman on this team?
I think Abdullah Shafiq looks like a guy who would fit in anywhere. If he's working at four, I think he should bat at four because for our international team, we need someone in the middle order, right? Like you guys just said, openers. We have so many openers. We don't need to worry about opening spots. Saibzada Farhan, unfortunately, if he keeps opening, he's not gonna get picked for the World Cup. Even if he does, he's not gonna play games in the opening spot. I think these are conversations that the board should be having with the league, with the teams, to be like, you know what, sure, you guys want to win, we want you guys to win as well, but the fact of the matter is the leagues are designed so we get players for our international team and we develop players in the positions that we need for the international team, right?
But then
Uh,
by your logic, Shadab shouldn't be batting at number three.
he shouldn't be batting at number three, but at the end of the day, Shadab's like a bowling all rounder for us anyway, right? Uh, Regardless, he's not going to bat at number three for Pakistan, no matter how well he does, because Babar Azam's there, and then we have two openers, Saim Ayub, Rizwan, whatever the case may be. But I think Saibzada Farhan, sure, he's an opener, but he should bat lower in the order if he wants to get a spot in the Pakistan team. Else he's just going to end his career and be like, Mujhe Pakistan mein mauka nahi mila, now I'm moving to US. Some bullshit like that.
Do you
Um,
think that Fakhar Zaman is going to be part of the squad for the 2024 World Cup?
Unfortunately, he will be, but I don't want him to be.
So then the question is, like, where does he play, right? Because if they want to groom Saim Ayub and Rizwan is with him and Babar's at number three, like, where do you play him?
Yeah,
Because at that
yeah.
point, it's just like drop him.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
it's
I
Fakhar
think
Zaman, and then you have Iftikhar, and then you have hope potentially you have Mohammad Haris,
Yeah,
uh,
or Azam or
Fakhar. Yeah,
Bablu.
they played Fakhar
Bablu.
at four, right, in this recent New
Yeah,
Zealand T20
yeah,
series.
he played at
That
four.
that didn't make any sense to me. I don't. If you're gonna play, you might as well drop him. You're right. I think
Yeah,
he shouldn't be playing at that spot.
And then you see
Um,
people like Agha Salman and like Saud Shakil. Did Agha Salman didn't play in New Zealand, did he?
no,
Like,
I
no.
don't think he's played a lot of T20s for
right? Like you
Pakistan.
see this talent that these people are actually like focusing on wanting to play well, and they have this talent. And I mean, he played well in the like they were he was you have to if you had to pick a player in the World Cup and like just recent series that passed, like you'd probably pick him, right? Like he did well, and so Shaquille as well. Like if they have the ability to play those big shots and up their strike rate and handle the like build around themselves, which they do have that, right? Like today they played really well together. That's what you want to invest in.
The only thing though with Agha Salman I'm seeing is this innings seems like an outlier.
Oh yeah.
He's never played a T20 international for Pakistan yet. His T20s regular his strike rate's 116, which is pretty low. So this inning from his numbers looks like an outlier. He batted at over 200 today,
Yeah, then I
which
take
is
it
basically
back.
double his strike rate.
I,
Yeah,
I guess then I
but
guess there's a high chance that he's been working on his game, right? Where it's like,
yeah,
okay, I'm
yeah,
coming in, I'm reinventing myself, and that's
yeah,
what I'm doing is I want to play for the team and I want to do this and whatever, right?
yeah. So the way I look at picking squads for big tournaments is yes, you can go with players who've had great careers and whatnot, but I feel like if you're picking players for 8 games coming up or 10 games coming up, it should be based like your core is going to be there. So Babar Azam, Rizwan, Shine Afridi, Haris Rauf, Shadab Khan. These guys are like your core, right? They're going to be around, but the remaining players should be based on form. So I know Aga Salman's strike rate is 116, but if this PSL he plays at 170, 160, 150, I think that's good enough for him to get an opportunity in the England series and then see if he can make the T20 World Cup squad as well.
I agree with that. I think, yeah, like you said, I think if you have like a set core, and then you can just pick players who are playing well right now, then I think that makes sense. And I think you could pick a guy like Salman Diaga in that case, because if your other regulars on those positions are not firing, like somebody like Ifti maybe, and that would be a pretty good replacement in that case, because he can also bowl off spin. And if he is not doing well, Zan's gonna cry. But I think, you know, uh, Samana Diaga might be a good pick in that case. I'm okay with it. I think, uh, yeah. I Who's Salman Fayaz? Who knows this guy?
No idea.
No idea.
Jahandad Khan.
These
That's
are
what I
young
mean.
players. Jahandad Khan is like 20 years old. He could be like junior league. They found him there because they also have to bring in an emerging player, right? And I think they have to play him too. So
He
Yeah,
this
there's a
is this
quota,
was his
right?
first this was his first T20 game.
Yeah,
He's never
so
played
like
T20s before.
official, right? Official T20.
Yeah, official T20s. Yeah,
Yeah, anything youth is not counted.
yeah.
So there is like, this is, and it's nice to see, again, this is fucking PSL. This isn't like, international where you're like, who is Jahandad Khan? ये मेरी टीम में क्यों शामिल है? Right?
ये
Like
तो
it's
वर्ल्ड कप नहीं खेलेगा, ये क्यों है
yeah,
यहाँ पे?
yeah, yeah. I think it's
Uh,
good that they're like, um experimenting and whatnot with these young players. I don't know, man. It's tough. Like right now, I feel like because we talk about it all the time, we're kind of also in this rut of continuing the same shit over and over again. Like right now, like okay, so like I mean, let's be honest. Like if the Khar should not be anywhere near the national team, like that's the honest truth. The guy cannot bat for shit right now, and
Bro, the
there's
issue
a few
is
players
sorry,
like
sorry to
that.
cut you off.
Yeah, yeah. Go
Sorry
ahead.
to cut you off. The issue is that we have so many of that kind of players in the squads right now that if we just drop everyone, we don't have a squad
We
for the
don't.
World Cup.
Yeah. So you look for, but then if the car is there because you look for people like, oh, okay, so you are a batter, but what else do you bring to the table? And it's like, oh, I bring fucking spin bowling, and then Bublu's like, well, I can wicket keep, right? So it's like those type of things.
all
But
right,
then you have like,
that's like don't compare if he's off spin to his wicket keeping because he's really shit at wicket keeping too. That's like that's an
but what I'm
insult to
trying to
Ifti.
say, and then obviously you guys like we all know that there's like a agenda, right? Like or like whatever it is, like a lobbying groups and all of that kind of stuff where not the best player is always chosen to play, right? So we already know that. So it's tough to kind of understand. Like right now, I have no hope for this team, man. I haven't got my email yet saying that I didn't get any tickets, but I'm just like, yo, thank God none of us, man. We're gonna spend that much money to go and like lose. So
I'm
it's like,
still gonna go. This is like I'm never gonna
and
get
you're
a
gonna take your
opportunity
family
to watch a
along.
game that.
You want your kids to
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna.
scarred for life.
My kid, I want him to know what it's like when he's only 3 years
Yeah.
old. He should know that when he's 20 years old, it's gonna be like this, and it's not gonna change. So
and
why should I be the only one who suffers, right?
and that's a
Wait,
crazy
Usman, how
thing.
are you going for this? How are you going for
What do,
this?
what do you mean
Did
going
you
for
get
what?
tickets for the
No, no, no,
games?
no. I'm
Oh,
well.
okay.
He's saying he's happy he didn't get tickets, right? I'm just saying I'm
Oh
still
yeah.
I
gonna
haven't
try
got
to
my email
go if
yet.
I can.
I haven't got my email yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
same.
I
anyways,
haven't got my email either.
what I'm trying to get at is like there's really nobody except for Bobber, and even he gets shit on because he like imagine you're Bobber Azam and you're like, yo, I'm playing pretty well. My team is collapsing around me at every turn. If I take a risk, there's a chance that I might get out. And then instead of being like 160 all out, we're like 85 all out. What should I do? Right? Like imagine going through that thought process when you're like nobody is good around me. There's very
Yeah,
like
and
few
if I
players in
score
the team
50
right now.
runs and get out, all everybody's gonna shit on me
Yeah,
instead of the other 8, 9 players who didn't do shit, right?
exactly.
So,
So it's like, and our bowlers like Shaheen's not bowling well. Hardest Rofe isn't bowling well. Like we found Amr Jamal. We're gonna,
so Shaheen, you guys watched him bowl today. What was his pace at?
He started off 140 plus in the first 2 overs. He bowled really
यार
well in the
ये
first
क्या
2 overs. He
चूतिया
only
टेस्ट मैच खेलता है तो 120 पे करा रहा होता है व्हाट
अरे
इज
टेस्ट
दिस
मैच में यार 10-12 ओवर कराने पड़ते हैं ना यहाँ पे सिर्फ
नहीं
दो
शुरू में
कराने
ही
फिर आप
120 I would get it if he started at like 130 plus and then he dropped I would get that but this guy well he
test
had
is
a lot of
different, right?
rest
You have
too
to you have to you have to feel like a whole day and stuff, right? But यहाँ पे you bowl 2 overs and then you're resting for like 45-50 minutes and then you come back and bowl the
but
next two
even
overs.
the T20
It's
series in
easier.
New Zealand he was bowling like
yeah.
120s right
And then he came to
128
the
I don't know
ILT 20 and it all of a sudden went up to 140. So it's like, what is
so
the
this guy
truth?
only cares about league cricket
Yeah.
Oh
he's
yeah,
like I'm gonna give it my all for the Abu Dhabi whatever that team is called right wherever he played
something Vipers. I don't even know.
Desert
Desert
Vipers.
Vipers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desert Vipers.
He only conceded 6 runs in the first 2 overs and then he went for 27 the next two, which is very very like
Shaheen,
Shaheen.
yeah.
He starts off really well and then he
I
just
used
goes
to get
through
I
goes through
used to
the
get
shithole.
s- I used to get so angry when I would see like people post like, like just like haters when they would post like oh if there's no swing, if this guy can't extract swing, he's just a basic bowler, he can't do anything and this and that. And then now I look at it and I'm just like, shoot, man.
Everybody was
It's true.
right. And he's also predictable in that way, right? Like he's going full and he's trying to swing it into the right hander first over,
Yeah,
and
trying to
well, I mean he does go
LBW or
across too,
whatever
right? He's got
pads,
that
yeah.
like yeah.
But when he
Um
had that pace, 140 plus, that ball was really, really effective. But now that he doesn't have pace,
yeah, that's the
it's
It's
like
just
a
a
problem,
full
right?
flick.
When
delivery.
you're
You just hit
bowling
him for a single.
Yeah,
128, it's
it's a
like
flick.
Yeah.
And you're good.
You guys want to quickly preview the next one tomorrow?
I was just gonna
Saim
talk
Ayub is
about
on Zalmi.
I was just gonna talk about Shadab's batting first. As a
Yeah,
captain,
you can you
it's
can
very important, man.
take the
He
next
promoted
30
himself
minutes for
to
that.
number three. He promoted himself to number three, and basically just took the game away from the Qalandars. Obviously, Alvin Salman supported him really well, but he played a very good captain's knock: 74 of 41, five sixes and six fours. Um, One of the very few guys who can hit sixes for Pakistan. Uh, do you guys have any thoughts about his batting?
I like
Chatty
Shadab
can
as a
bat.
captain. I like Shadab as a captain. He can bat. In PSL, he's proven himself multiple times he can bat.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
don't want to. I'm not going to comment on that because again, at the end of the day, it's also pointless unless he can kind of
just
run it
PSL.
through. If
Yeah,
he can run it through, then sure. Like he's like getting his groove. He's seeing the ball well, etc. But he is to me. He's a good captain. I've always liked that he does good captaincy, especially in PSL and um, in internationals when he's had to step up and be that person. Uh, that's my 2 cents.
yeah. No, I'm really
Fuck
impressed, and
Shadab Khan.
that's what surprises me more about Shaheen becoming captain. Man, we had so many better
No, but
options
but the prop.
out
See,
there.
and I didn't want to get back to this conversation, but that's what I was gonna elaborate on. Is that Shadab was not playing well at the moment, right? So that's why they're just like. And again, man, they already had it in their heads that Shaheen's gonna be captain, like probably during
Yeah,
Asia Cup. Like the moment
नहीं तो
that
फिर yeah, you're right. मतलब that's a good point, right? Ramesh is bringing up आपका vice captain जो है, why is he your vice captain if he's not next in line to be your captain? Well,
because
if he's gonna
he was appointed vice captain by a previous board, right? Like that's the biggest thing here is that the board decides who does what. Now another board's gonna come in like
I
six
guess
months.
now that you're mentioning that, we should talk about the fact that they fired Hafiz after one series.
Yo, Hafiz was probably fuming.
oh
He was
god,
probably fuming. I could just imagine him pacing back and forth. You know?
अजीब
Professor.
लोगों के पठे हैं यार मुझे एक सीरीज के बाद फायर कर दिया unbelievable bullshit. I can see
Yeah.
him.
And it's
Yeah.
funny because now he's on the pavilion now.
Oh, he
Oh,
is
really?
The
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So the
It's
pavilion
it's
here
actually
is the pavilion here for PSL?
yeah. So it's
Yeah, I saw
Wasim
the
Akram,
commercial.
Misbah Ulaq, Hafiz, and Azhar Ali.
Dude, man.
Azhar Ali is my favorite, man.
Yeah, he's
Why?
nice, man.
Yo,
I
yeah,
really
they
like him because there was one point during the World Cup where he was just defending Babar Azam like
yeah,
like
Yeah,
his life
yeah.
against
He's
depended on
he's
it.
the
against
like
Shuab Jat,
very
right?
few people in
Yes,
Pakistan
yes,
have the
yes.
class of Azhar Ali. And
Yo,
of Shafiq
honestly,
too.
I'm gonna admit I'm a Bobber stan, yo.
Babar Stan.
Who
Yeah.
the fuck is
I'm
Babar? He's Zimbabwe, man. Get it right.
yeah,
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, man.
Yeah.
His
That's
runs
the
don't
best.
count.
Unless
He
it's
only
against
plays
Zimbabwe.
against weak.
But no, man, he no, Azhar Ali's sick, man. I'm happy that I feel like they're like washing out the value of the pavilion though if they're bringing it during PSL as well. Like how do you feel about that?
पैसा बोलता है भाई, पैसा बोलता है.
Well, yeah, they obviously got a shit ton of ratings during the World Cup and yeah, and is
Yeah,
Fakhri
they're
Alam still in there?
yeah. He's the main guy.
Yeah,
I think he's always
he's
gonna be
actually
in
one of
there
the
anyways.
reasons that show is popular because he does a
Yeah,
Shuab
good
Malik's
job
still
hosting
on
the
his
show.
honeymoon, I
he's a
think.
really
That's
good
why he's
host.
not
He's
on.
Shoaib Malik's playing PSL, bro.
Oh.
He's in Karachi Kings.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm honestly so happy I can finally start supporting Karachi again. I was
Did you guys
so
see
depressed last three
that
Oh,
clip?
seasons.
because
So
of Imad Wasim?
Imad Wasim, Mohammad Amir, and the
They're
whole I don't
gone,
know
eh?
toxic bunch of shit squad. I was like, bro. But now it's still a very likable squad now, man. They have Hassan Ali in there. They have Shan Masood captain.
Oh.
Even though my opinions about Shan Masood have been very vocal on this
yo,
podcast,
I don't want to hear
I'm
any
I'm
garbage
happy.
about Shan Masood.
I'm
Okay,
happy.
he's my favorite.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Shan Masood's. I'm happy he's captaining Karachi Kings now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving forward, we have two games tomorrow. The first one is Peshawar Zalmi, the team that I'm rooting for, versus Quetta Gladiators. Quetta recently just changed their captain finally from Sarfaraz to Riley Russo. In the past, the owner of Quetta Gladiators said
That's
he's
bullshit.
Sarfaraz is going to be captain until he plays, as long as he plays for Quetta, but things have now
We
changed.
we want Safi, right? We
I know,
No,
right?
if Haris
that's
was here.
bullshit. I wanted to say something on behalf of Hottest. That's bullshit. There, I'm done. Yeah, Safi should have. Dude, imagine like knowing you're losing. This player sucks, and it's like, oh shoot, I said he would be captain till as long as he wanted to play. What do I do now? I'm losing like millions of dollars.
Yo, so okay, if you're Safi, do you just like if I'm him, I'm just like fuck it. I'm not making back into the national team. I'm not captain of this league team anymore. Just quit, play domestic, and live your life. He should
Why?
move
Why
to
does
मतलब
he
like
have?
PSL भी
Why does
छोड़ने को
he?
PSL भी छोड़ दे बंदा अब.
Why does he need to quit though? He's still going to be selected in the squad.
Yeah.
ego, right?
मतलब
He's
he
gonna,
still brings more value in
Why?
keeping
But
than
why?
Bubble,
What do
right?
you mean? What do you mean? That's
okay.
that's like saying Bumper got sacked. He went through all that. It's like, why play, dude? You're not the captain
just
anymore.
pack your shit up
Yeah,
and leave. No, but
yeah.
Babar is like he's still a mainstay in the team, right? Safi is not.
Seffi's a mainstay in Koita, bro. You want the
Is
Not
he,
as the
bro?
captain.
dude?
No, I think
Safi has a big family, bro. They hold a lot of pull. Yeah, man. So
yeah.
Safi
No,
has
I
such a
think
big
this is the
family that
beginning.
we know some of his family, on our podcast.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No, I
Ramesh,
think
go ahead.
this is the beginning of his end in PSL. I think this is
That's
the
what I'm
first step of him
saying.
being shown the door. This year or next year will be his last PSL for
And then he
sure.
becomes either mentor or ambassador or a head coach
Yeah,
or something, right?
yeah,
Like he's
yeah,
a Koita boy through and through, man. He never switched.
yeah,
They showed him loyalty. He showed them loyalty.
yeah.
He can
You know,
become
Basically.
the Kari Saab of the team, right? Because he's Hafiz Quran.
dude, a Gotti Saab that gets that angry, oof, man. That's the one thing he didn't learn,
Do
eh?
you guys you guys remember that time he called the South African player? I think it was
Yeah.
he called him Kalea and
No,
he got in
what you know
shit
what he
for that.
said? No, he said, yeah,
क्या पढ़ के भुगे तेरी अम्मा ने
yeah, that's what he
something
Oh
said.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Which is
He got
actually
in
like
shit for
it
that.
has. It's. I mean, for us, like when I think about it, I'm like, that's not really like that bad, you know. But
I
he
mean,
shouldn't have.
from our culture standpoint, it's not that bad. But when you
Honestly, it
look
would
at
have
it
been
from a
better.
Canadian standpoint से आप देखो तो वो भाई मतलब क्या बोल दिया इस बंदे ने? How
Yeah,
can he say that?
if he, it would have been better if he had said "ek kanjra," right? Because then at least you're not like it's like you're just swearing at him, right?
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, so what do you guys think about tomorrow's game? Who do you think is gonna win?
Peshawar.
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 I'm
Peshawar
rooting
for me
for.
too.
I saw that Saim Ayub is in their team, so I'm just gonna root for
I
them
want a
for that
Peshawar,
reason.
and Muhammad Haris is in their team too, bro. Watching those two open is going to be really nice.
No, Babar's gonna open with
Haris and
Saimayu.
Babar open for Peshawar, right?
No, Saim and Babar.
Saim.
Simon Babar open.
Oh,
Haris
okay.
comes one
I
down.
remember last
Haris
year.
plays
I
number
remember
three.
watching. I think Haris opened with Babar. Anyway, whatever.
Maybe Saim just got out very early, just like the New Zealand series.
I just remember
We're,
Shaheen got him out
we're
cold
like
on like
Babar's
the
open the whole
second
time.
delivery, and it was Mohammad Haris who got out. Anyway,
It's at
yeah,
2
maybe
a.m. my
he'll.
time, anyways. So I don't. On a day where I can watch the match, I hope Bubber gets out on the first ball, golden duck, and then I can see those two open.
Wow, wow.
Yo, but hold
Wow.
on. Let's talk about predictions for the final, man. I know we haven't seen everyone, but I really, really
कौन सा
hope
final भाई?
this PSL. I really hope for a Peshawar and Multan final or a Peshawar and Islamabad final. Those are two good teams, like three good teams.
Can we like watch everyone play at least one game before we predict
Yeah,
Bro,
the
the
final?
eight match
we did
wise.
predictions before World Cup, didn't we?
We did, but let's see how that turned out.
All right, man. That's my predictions, though.
Nay, did anyone predict that Pakistan was winning the World Cup? I don't think any of us said that.
I did.
No, no.
You did?
To win the World Cup?
I'm a hopeless
Yeah.
fan.
I
Yeah,
don't
I don't think we
remember.
can do predictions right now. I
Bro,
think before we do predictions, we would need to do like squad reviews or something. And that's
after
gonna take
10
too
games,
long.
you're still
I
after
think
10 games, you're still not going to know who to predict.
no. I think our next episode we'll make predictions on this.
All right, Ramiz has spoken.
Hopefully, Haris will be here too, and we can all make our predictions then.
He's just gonna say Quetta, bro, and Safi's gonna be
Of
top.
course.
He's gonna say Safi's top run scorer, top wicket taker, top catches.
Or
No, he's
he
not gonna
might
say
not
Koita's
not
gonna
say
win. He's gonna say that Sarfraz is
exactly
gonna
what I'm
win.
Single handedly.
They're gonna give him the PSL trophy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who else is playing tomorrow, Ramiz?
The other game is Malton Sultans versus Karachi Kings.
That's a night game, right? Okay, I need to watch
No,
my
that
boy.
that's night game. Yeah, that's the one we can watch. Your guy Sean Masood is gonna be going
Yay!
head to head with Rizwan. It'll be a very exciting game to watch.
Okay.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
that's
good
the game
players
I
playing
want.
tomorrow, so it should be a fun game to watch. It's at 9:30 a.m. our time, 7:30 for Zane. What's your predictions on that?
Why are you calling me Zane, bro?
I'm sorry.
Zan.
What should I call you? Zan? Zan. Sorry, man. I
Yo,
was
cut
just
this
I was
out,
just
man.
in the I was
Yo,
just in the groove, man.
Ramiz isn't allowed to lead anymore, man. He should be cut from leading. He can't even pronounce everyone's
Okay,
name
listen,
properly.
listen, listen. Tomorrow, yeah, this is looking like a good squad, man. Look at this. Multan has Ifti. They have Muhammad Ali. Is this the test bowler that we all hated? Oh, that is him. Oh shit. Osama Mir है इस टीम में. Usman Khan is team में है. David Willey. He recently retired, right, from England?
David Wiley.
Willey है, wait.
No.
Yeah, he retired because he didn't get the central contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Rizwan is here. And then on the other side, oh, Mohammad Nawaz है
David
इस team
Malan,
में.
bro.
Nice.
David Malan भी है उसमें
Match winner?
मुल्तान में.
Match winner?
मुल्तान में David Malan भी है ना?
Multan
Yo, man.
में David. I don't see. Oh, yeah, David Malan. Yeah, I see him in there. Daweed. Okay. And there's somebody named Sirajuddin, and he has no first or last. I don't his name is just Sirajuddin.
That's like Ihsanullah, bro. We don't know anything about him except
It's like,
Ihsanullah.
who's your dad? Who's your
Well, we know Isanullah is just injured all the time.
Yeah, man. That's so
Itna pata
shitty,
hai bas.
man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think
Well,
I think
okay.
I think Karachi is going to take the game.
Yo, no
Karachi's gonna
predictions
take the
until
game.
tomorrow, until next pod.
अरे गेम की तो prediction करोगे ना?
No, no. No
I'm going to
predictions.
predict that Karachi Kings is going to win this game, and Shan Masood will score 100 at a strike rate of 240.
300.
Sean Masood's going to
300.
score at a strike rate of 86.
And he will score 86 runs.
Yeah.
86 from 100.
Yeah.
86
And the team
from
total will
100.
be like 140.
140.
140.
60
Because he's going
runs
to
in
take
the
up so many
remaining 20
balls, right?
balls, eh?
100 बॉलों
60
पे वो
runs in
खुद
the
ही खेल
remaining
लेगा.
20 balls.
Yeah.
उसके बाद 20 बॉलों पे 60 रन बनेंगे.
हाँ, बस वो क्योंकि गन करेगा ना बहुत देखना. All right.
Oh, all right.
Do you guys want to talk about
All right,
India
just
England
just
quickly?
one
No.
last thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Usman really wanted to talk about England versus India.
Yeah,
I haven't watched a single ball. Zane hasn't watched a single ball.
I just-
No,
Yeah.
I watched
Usman,
the single ball.
knock,
I
your-
watched.
knock yourself out, Usman.
you, you watched a single ball? Which ball was that then?
I didn't watch any.
I just wanted to mention that Sarfraz Khan finally made his debut for India, which is good for him. He
Mubarak,
was like a
Mubarak.
sub in the last test match, I think. And I wanted
MashaAllah.
to mention that India is probably going to win this. They're leading by 322 runs. Ollie Pope played a crazy good innings for England in the first innings. Ben Duckett opened the
Duckett.
innings 153 from 151. Over a strike rate of 100. Great stuff. The other thing I want to mention, Joe Root got out playing the reverse ramp, and English media lost it because they were like, "Oh, you can baseball, but you gotta be smart." So it is.
Has
it
he
is what
even
it is.
been performing lately? Like, I don't really follow Joe Root much, but like, it just feels
I-
like he's been.
So I
Really
think in
poor
this
lately.
series, he hasn't had that many big scorers. Their top scorers have been like their opener. Zach Crawley has been playing well. Ben Duckett, he got a big score. Ollie Pope scored that 196 right in the first test, and helped them win that game. And we should have talked about that game because that was a ridiculous win for England. They were trailing by a lot in the first innings, and then they ended up winning that game. Didn't look like they were going to win at all.
That was a sick win. I'll tell you what ball I watched. I'll tell you the one ball I watched is
Which one did you watch?
when Ollie Pope got out.
Oh,
It
really?
was like it was literally like three balls I watched, and then Ollie Pope got out, and I wanted to
Maybe
see him
you
get
shouldn't
his.
have watched.
हरा दिया इंग्लैंड को.
Yeah, ना देखते यार तुम अपनी बूथी दूर रखते उससे. The other thing, we never talked about this, but I just want to give a shout out to Shamar Joseph from West Indies. What a fucking incredible performance. We talked about that series in the lead up a little bit, and we were like making fun of West Indies. And I'm happy to eat my words and say that was a ridiculous good performance. That was a pretty good win there. And that's like, I was thinking about it later, and I was like, two test match series are just the worst because that's what happens, right? If the other team wins the second game, now you've got like no climax. They could have played a third test and it would have been a really good match, and they had to end it with like 1-1. And like the trophies presentation, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was like Australia looked like they lost the series and West Indies looked like they won, but they were like
Mhm.
Australia had the trophy in their hands because they retained the trophy because it was a draw and they won the last series, and that's how it works, right? Just really stupid. Just make test series at least 3 matches so somebody can win.
Dude,
In these cases,
Australia made no money this summer.
I mean, all
no
credit parts
people
to
came to
West
watch
Indies,
the
bro.
Pakistan games, right?
Dude, they made no money.
I know
Oh,
in the
more
Like,
money
GABA they
comes
were
from
saying
broadcast, right?
for that second West Indies test they were saying they were like 2,000 people on the last day when they won, which was a shame given how that match ended up. Right, it was crazy good finish. It was unbelievable. But I think
and even day
most.
four, right? Like day four, the lead up was so good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um, but anyways, we're gonna focus on PSL because that's the real cricket. 20 over bleak cricket is
yeah.
that's the real
How
stuff,
crazy is it in our lifetime? Like cricket has been like destroyed.
right?
Like
That's
no,
I
crazy.
like
wouldn't say
how
destroyed. I wouldn't say destroy. It's just changing, man. It's for the future. Like that, I think without T20, this game does not progress. Like
no,
we
and
won't
that's
get any new
fine. But
teams,
they're
and
overkilling it. Anyways, that's a conversation for another day
yeah,
because we've done this
another con.
before. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, but I don't think it's destroying. Sorry, just
Nice.
wanted the
Last
last
word.
word.
Last word.
Just wanted the last word.
Just one last word. All
Yeah.
right.
So
Okay, guys, this
okay.
Uh,
is that is all for today. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you twice a week until PSL ends. We're gonna hopefully be recording twice a week, and yeah, that's it from today. See you guys in the next episode.